No, this is, hold on 1 second.
Okay,
Hmm.
recording is in progress.
Oh, I sent, yeah. Oh, hey, okay, good, guys. Um,
It's okay.
I
I think,
actually,
yeah, yeah. You sent another topic, but I didn't share because
yes,
I wanted it to be something
as,
surprise
yeah,
for
yeah,
them.
good. This is, good. This is exactly what I sent, but this is all good. Um, okay. All right, guys. I think I will start in a minute or so. Um,
Fine.
don't worry, the first part is just the topic that I made this PowerPoint on, so it's not. I'm guessing you guys will all have this at the end. If it's a good, if it's a worthwhile topic, you guys will have this later. So it's not that important that everyone catch the first part of the of this PowerPoint. All good. So I was gonna spend 10 to 20, maybe 30 minutes going through the first part of the PowerPoint, the prepared materials, and then we're gonna go into the 9 games. We may not get to all nine, but we're gonna look at parts of the 9 games that that have to do with how we use thickness and we play around thickness. And so this will be partly like a whole lecture topic, partly game review, and it's designed to be very, very fast-paced, which is good because it's recorded, and so it's good. Great. So we're gonna start on the thickness principle. My students and people I talk to mostly found this to be their most helpful topic out of the 6 or 7 topics that I had made lectures in. How to play with thickness, how to play around thickness is what people have said to be the most helpful. So that's why I am sharing this with you guys today. Okay, thickness. As always, I will share with you guys exactly how I play and what I think about in my brain when I play these games. Um, so this is this is exactly how I do it. I try to play a very sound game in terms of it's according to Go theory. I try to align myself as much with the AI as possible, and these PowerPoints are designed to help you guys understand what the AI is telling you guys. I imagine you guys may use something like Cartrain or something like Cartrain, something like um, AI Sensei, something like that. And so hopefully this helps. Okay, so today is all about the how to play around thickness. And the good thing is there is only one rule for thickness that we have to obey. And that's a good part. That's a good part. As you guys may already know, given that you guys are around Dan level players and some of you are multiple Dan level players, you guys already have more than a few rules of thickness that's in your mind already. This is good. Luckily for me, there's only one rule. Hopefully, it encompasses all the ones that you guys have in mind. First, First, the goal of today is to have you guys not play slow. Never play slow. Always play with maximum efficiency. Maximum efficiency. This is also the bedrock of AI play. Um, do as much as you can, basically. Uh, One more thing, thickness. What is thickness and how to tell if a group is strong or not? This is to um, we are using the eyeball method. The eyeball method is what it says. It's you take your eyes, you look at the group. If it looks strong, then it is strong. So we're not interested in the very like on the margin stuff. Like this group is looks pretty weak, but is actually pretty strong, or this group looks pretty strong, but it's not actually that strong. We're not interested in that. We're just interested in when there is clear thickness. Like in this example, the triangle stones for black is a clearly very, very strong. So there's nothing complicated that you guys have to do. You guys don't have to do any reading. I don't do any reading when I identify if a group is thick or not. A little identifiers. There's no Sente Agi against the group, so the opponent usually can't threaten the group with one move. That's a very good thing. If a group is alive with ice or territory, then the group is very thick because it is very safe. Tenuki is playing away from this area when the opponent plays to threaten you. You can Tenuki, which is play elsewhere. So all these are what makes thickness. One little thing about this is the safety and no opponent sente Aji is the most important thing, and therefore you might ask, is the top white group a thickness group? Yes, it absolutely is because it is totally, totally safe. Likewise, the top right black group is also very thick, and the bottom white group is thick, and so on. All right, straight to the point, the thickness principle is you want to find the thickness and then put your stones on the outside of the thickness and your opponent's stones. So the top right is a very common Tesuji move. Tesuji is a very nice sequence of moves or one move. And you can see here, black is using the six stones as a local strength. You play the double Hane, you force white to play the cut Atari, and then instead of connecting, you play the outside Atari. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You guys, as dumb players, you guys will all be able to follow this. And white dies in the end because a part of the reason is black is able to place the stones 1, 3, and 7 on the outside of the thickness, which is the six black stones. And the white moves, the 2, 4, 6 are all like in the middle. Black is all on the outside. So you're sort of using your thickness as a base, and you're sort of encircling the opponent, and then that's good. So one, this is very safe because your stones are away from the opponent's thickness because you put your stones outside of the opponent's move and the thickness, right? And it's more efficient because this gets your move to be away from our own thickness, which means we are never surrounding territory with thickness. That's the most common um, wrong thing to do with strong groups or thickness that you guys may have read in the books. And yes, of course, that rule 100% complies and agrees and is in agreement with our rule here. And the important thing here is to remember that it's thickness, it's not your thickness, it's not your opponent's thickness, it's both. So you play the same way, whether it's your own thickness or your opponent's thickness, you play on the outside. So therefore, white has a very good strong group over here on the bottom corner. So 1 and 2 is good. 1 and 2 is good for white. This is easily observable because white is attacking this one stone. White is not in any danger yet, and this is a good use of your thickness to attack. The last one is this is bad. And this one is not so clear yet, because 1-2 seems like a very reasonable exchange, but according to our thickness rule, this is bad. And it's bad for who? Um, it's bad for white, because white's stone is in between the white thickness and the black move. White's move is in between the black move and the thickness. This way, your efficiency is lower. All right, we're going to go a little bit deeper into this, and then I'll show you guys a few examples, and then we'll see a few more examples from the games that you guys have given me. Okay, but this next part is very, very important for us, and this is one slight departure from me that I'm giving to you guys, and this is on Go theory, this theory. Um, okay, so traditionally, you guys have all learned Go, and you guys all know this dual nature of Go, where there's two different values, where there's influence and territory. Influence is often also intermixed with thickness, and traditionally, you think of this as a big wall on the outside. Uh, Today, we have to distinguish between the influence and the thickness and have three broad values in Go. There's thickness, there's territory, and influence. Territory, you guys already know. Thickness is safety, and it's what we're talking about today. When your group is safe, opponent's moves cannot threaten you, and moves that are close to your thickness can be safely ignored. Influence is potential territory. Think of this as a big mojo on the outside, like a big framework of territory that you guys that may or may not come to pass. Influence is a ability to spread out and influence the rest of the board. Um, so a little bit more examples. So according to the three broad values or the three pillars of value that we have in Go. So black's corner has territory for sure. This is a common famous Joseki nowadays. After black plays the famous C7 diagonal move, looks very slow, but is creating a lot of thickness for black. Black has now gotten the territory in the corner, and so today this is something a little bit new. So today we are gonna see the black corner as thickness. The black corner, because it is safe, it is immune from threats, it is thickness, and it will be used as thickness. White on the outside has influence, ability to affect the rest of the board. But here you'll see white does not have any territory and white does not have any thickness because these three outside white stones are not safe yet. So the next diagram here, the next picture, white is now same thing for black, but white because has several more stones, including most crucially the E2 and F3 moves that give white some eye space. This kind of safety gives white the thickness that this big outside wall is generally associated with. So in this one, white does have thickness. And on the bottom, white has influence, black has some territory and influence, but because there is black has influence because the D and F stones are affecting and facing the outside of the board. But because black has some weaknesses here, black does not have any thickness. The key to note about this is additional thickness value or safety value is very small, is minimized when existing thickness level or existing thickness is high. So whatever you have a safe group, adding more to it is very low in value. This is over concentration. This is what you guys are familiar with. Now, because of this, Remember back to our thickness rule, your stones outside of the opponent's move and the thickness. So if white has three stones here, he does not have thickness, and you pincer him like in the beyond the F line, the G and H lines, it's very good because black would be attacking white. This group is not safe. So it's very big to play here. But once white is very thick here in the next diagram, if you're playing like this is a G line, so if you're playing the H and I and J line, that is not good because that's very close to the opponent's thickness, and your opponent will just pincer you beyond that, and then he would win. He would have an advantage. All right, so the key here is that in order to get our speed, our speed of development, our efficiency up, we have to want to have the speed up. So it's a very deceptively simple rule. Just try to put your stones outside of the thickness and the opponent's move, and then you're good. Um, okay, some more implications from this rule. You want to place your stones far away from the thickness, and have your opponents play moves that are closer in to the thickness. Some of these will be a lot more familiar to you guys. Remember, the important thing is the group that is absolutely thick, very, very strong. The group, the thickness is the center, and the inside is whatever is very close to the thickness. This does not have to be the center of the board. Uh, the corner is often the outside of the thickness. This happens a lot. The later on the game goes, the groups become settled, and the corners and the sides become the center, become the outside and the more important areas to fight over. Another implication is do not surround territory with thickness. This one you have seen in other Go books. And whenever you do surround territory with your thickness, you are placing your stones in between the opponent's move and your thickness. So it 100% aligns with our what we're talking about today. Another implication is when you're attacking, you want to chase your opponent into their thickness. This is a rule that is most often not obeyed, and it's very, very bad if you do. So, for example, the flip side of this is cutting your opponent from his thickness. Um, Very often when we fall behind, we run into this situation, which is I have to kill this group, I have to capture this group in order to come back. And when that happens, you have to cut your opponent's escape route from everywhere. And that almost always includes you attack the weakest group, and you have to cut the weakest group away from the strongest groups from your opponent. This is very often done, and it's not good according to Go theory. It only makes you lose more and more. But this is so often played, and when you're really desperate, this is what you end up doing. You cut your opponent away from the opponent's thickness, and as a result, the cutting stones are easily surrounded by the group and that thickness. All your opponent has to do is cut you, and then you're basically done. What you do want to do then is, as a result, is you want to chase a group into your own thickness. Um, you guys already know that. Chase your opponent into your thickness is good. And this next one is very good to see. And this will help a lot of you guys when you guys are in the middle to the later game. During the end game, go for the sides and the corners. End game, what does end game mean? When does end game start? End game happens when it's traditionally the Japanese word is yosei, Y-O-S-E. Endgame is all about points, as you guys may know. Endgame is all about like this is bigger than that. Um, the conditions required to have the game be in the end game stage is most of the groups are pretty safe. If the groups are not safe, you're still fighting it out and you're still in the middle game. When all the groups become safe, you have entered the end game where only points matter. And during the end game, when all the groups are safe, all the groups are thickness. Therefore, you go for the sides and the corners because the sides and the corners is the outside, while places that are close to your groups and opponents' groups are all close to thickness because all the groups are already safe because we're in endgame. All right, a little more here. So level one, avoid over concentration. Um, this is easy. So 1, 2, 3 here on the top right is very large because it's making the black group in the corner very safe. When the corner is already safe, 1, 2, 3 here is relatively small. And that's because additional thickness value is minimized when existing thickness is high. So think of your group, a weak group getting strong has a lot of thickness value because there's no thickness. Now there is thickness. When a group is strong and you add more to it, it's just very thick and it's just a little bit more thick, does not have that much value. So this is a little bit of um, a um, um, a hard thing for us Go players to grasp with because we're all perfectionists. We all want to have our group to be perfect and totally safe. But the last part, going from 90% safe to 100% safe, is um, very inefficient, and it slows us down from winning the game. A few more game examples, and you guys will see this. And I think we're right on schedule here, so this is good. Level two, sacrifice stones around thickness. This is a good example. White, instead of connecting at A at Q4, the three stones, White wants to sacrifice the three stones, play this Atari here, have Black capture, and then White make another move on the outside. This would be Black playing at A and White playing all on the outside. Give up stones near the opponent's thickness. You guys already do this 80-90% of the time, so we're good. 80% rule is, again, this is a very rough eyeball estimate kind of rule. When you think your group is 80% strong, you never strengthen the last 20% because, again, going from 80% strong to 100% strong is not that effective or not that efficient. Okay, actively give up stones around the thickness. And this is for you guys leveling up, trying to get to me. Um, Actively engage with the opponents according to the thickness principle. Sacrifice if we want. Actively make the opponent over concentrated and things like that. One more thing to remember is most of the Go theory is very good, and the books you read, they're all about the opening, they're all about the beginning of the fight. But this rule, the thickness rule, is effective all game, and it's really effective later on in the game, where the game is really decided. So this is good. So it's decisive late game. Pretty soon we'll talk about these specific game files, just 1 or 2 snippets in the game, and we're good. Moves to the outside. These are specific moments. So let me just open up the games. I'm gonna switch up the sharing to my prepared SGF files, and we're good. Should be okay. The examples will make it much more clear or better. So the first example is a game I played. The last example would be a professional game. So again, this is more to to tell you guys that this is very, very effective late in the game. This is a so I know you guys are the Brazilian team, and that your city league or your country league is Latin America, South America country league. For the US, we have a city league. For North America, we have a city league, and this was 2 years ago in the city league, and I played this. I played as white. My opponent is Albert, who is also an AGA rated 8 dan. And one more thing, if you guys are wondering about like, my games are really fierce fighting games, and it doesn't feel like a strong player game. This game is also very, very much like that. You'll see that in the middle here, there's a huge box where every single space is filled in. This is a dead stone, for example. So there's no empty spaces in between here. So absolutely, if your games go crazy like this and you just keep going after your opponent's stones, it's perfectly okay. Professionals and top level amateur players do this as well. Multiple mistakes are made, of course, in these kinds of games. But what we are interested is this moment right after here when Black captured 20, 30 stones. Um, okay, yeah. The game example is all the way late until 253. Um, 253. So at this moment, another thing, remember, we identify thickness with the eyeball method. And it's famously like, we're not, this will help in the at the margin situations, but this, what we're really interested in today is I am telling you, or the AI is telling you the state of the game. And, once you understand the state of the game, you will understand why what to do during this game state. First, where is the thickness on the board? This one should be very easily apparent to you guys. It's this whole captured stones in the middle, no question about it. This is the thickness we are dealing with, and white is playing the next move. White is playing the next move. I played exactly where you guys probably think of as the first, what you guys are thinking of. This is a unquestionable move, like E16. I'm gonna Hane at the head of two stones. Clearly, this is a move, right? You guys will not believe where the best AI move is at this moment. The best AI move is here at B17. When I saw this, the blue, typically the AI, sometimes the blue move is the number one recommended AI move. When I saw this move, I was really, really, I couldn't believe my eyes. Usually I am a huge AI advocate, right? And I say, the AI is right. It's not that hard to understand with my little AI rules, like the thickness rule. It's not that hard to understand. Just align yourself with the AI and it's all good. This one really tested my belief in that because this is such a ridiculously looking, like out in the corner kind of move. It's an extend. It's not even a Hane move. By the way, Hane move is the second best choice, also perfectly okay. Um, so this is unexplainable unless you take our thickness rule into it, which is we have the thickness in the middle. How do you get to the outside of this? Where is the outside? The outside at the end of the game is and what the AI move, it's very, very close to the side and the corner for white and for black. So yeah, you could easily come up with this move if we had the thickness principle in mind, but of course, don't worry if you guys if this is not your first inclination either. This is white ahead by 10 points. So it's a unlosable game, and I was really happy at this moment actually. Um, this move loses 2 to 3 points, and you'll see here that my opponent he's very sharp and he goes for the sides and the corners immediately as well. And so here we can see a very like a live like demonstration of this rule put into action in the form of the AI recommendation. So it's not me telling you guys put your stones outside of the opponent's stones and the thickness. It's very often the AI will also tell you guys this. And uh, quite unbelievable to me, but yeah, it's true. By the way, right now, play here. Play the best move is actually here, a very conservative kind of staying very far away from the enemy's thickness in the middle here. Of course, I'm pretty greedy as a player, so I played the G15, G16 move. This allowed black to sort of dig into the upper side, and somehow I decided not to play Q1 and just end the game. There is this ko over here. It's a double-edged ko. Black loses about as much as white, so um, basically, okay. Anyways, here is where the magic kind of happens, where now black has the thickness in the middle. Everything is thick except the white corner. So now the strategy for black is very sound and correct. Black plays one more move, F17 peep, trying to get to the outside, which is now really on the top of the board now. There's really not much outside left in this game. Um, this would be ideal for black. Kill the corner and take the corner and have white play on the outside. Okay, white plays a few moves and connects, and again, you see this wrestling match. Black is trying to get to the sides and the corners, which is the outside of the thickness. White is countering this and trying to desperately get to the outside as well here. However, here, white makes a slight thing here. So this next two moves also very, very reasonable, but the best move is here, and white can still actually honey once just to make sure there's no coast here. This looks like a great result for black, but white is still ahead 3 to 5 points. And we can keep a win this way. By the way, compare and contrast this shape to this shape that we kind of didn't like. This shape we're like, wow, black is making so much, and white is just making a little bit in the corner. This is white by 10. This is the best that white can do in this area. Again, anyways, so this game really shows the power of playing outside and sometimes, the power of this principle to help you in the late game. By the way, here, if black went for the regular Hane endgame, yes, white wins by 5. But here, black plays this very nice Tetsuji. But you will also notice that in this board, which is totally filled up, move 279, black plays the 1-2 point, and the 1-2 point is exactly the most outside of the thickness move that you can find. So you'll never think that the 1-2 point can be the outside of anything. But here's a good example of the 1-2 point actually being the outside. And because of this, black was able to get a code to capture white. And black ends up winning the code by playing R17 and then living on the top. And white loses by like 4.5 at the end. The game was 377 moves. Great. So this really shows you the power of the thickness. And just remember how weird sometimes the best move can look. And yes, don't ever feel bad if you guys get the thickness principle wrong. Sometimes this happens all the time to absolutely to me as well. And so it's the most helpful, but it's also the one that is most diff it's the easiest to get right sometimes, or most of the time, it's the hardest to get right all the time. This was another one of my games. The first three, this one is because I feel this a lot. So a lot of these are my games. I am playing black in the game, and we start at this moment. And here, my opponent is an American 7 dan, AGA 7 dan, Fox 9 dan. So absolutely don't feel like this mistake is something that is unique to you guys, or it's hard, or this kind of stuff. Don't ever feel bad if you guys make this kind of mistake. This continuation is white up by 5, and this one, this is just a piece, and we're continuing to develop. In the game, White played what you guys would have played. Also, um, I probably would have connected too, but except for for this lecture. The key thing here to remember is black has two main strong areas, one in the middle group, and the other one is in this corner. And remember today we talked about how this kind of corner is both territory and thickness. It's thickness because it is safe, and you want to play thickness according to the thickness rule, the thickness principle. And if white played what I was afraid of, and what later turned out to be the AI move, the Atari on the outside, we'll see here how white is able to play a move over here at Q6, and black plays a move at Q4, 1 and 2, and the thickness is on the bottom corner. Remember, when you have to see the group see the thickness as thickness, and then play accordingly. So here, white is forcing black to play in between the white move and the black thickness here. If white continues to play one more and then have black connect, this would be also the same thing. This one would be even more advantageous. Um, um, so this way, white actively gives up 3 stones in order to get on the right side of the thickness principle, and also to win the game. White is gonna win the game. There's not much more end game left after this. So in the game, of course, white played what reasonable Go players play, and connects. And right now, it doesn't seem like white is weaker than black at this area. But this is why it's so important to get on the right side of the thickness. Remember, the two black thicknesses are the corner and the whole middle. And so in the intermediate area, black isn't that much stronger, but black is able to use the surrounding thickness to a great advantage. And the following moves are pretty reasonable. Even at this point, it feels like, white is okay locally against this black group, but you guys are already able to see some moves ahead, and pretty soon you'll find that this is like, as long as black keeps himself on the outside and then connects to the black thickness in the middle, this is like the easiest kill this is the easiest kill you guys have ever seen. And just you don't have to do anything. You just run your group, and then your opponent is dead, and this is great. Um, so here we see a lot of the dangers of not playing according to the thickness principle, as well as the potential to use your, as long as you get to the right side, it's very, very helpful. And again, this is a very late in the game thing, where it's really designed to help you guys win the game, win the games in the late game. Okay, one more example, and here, yes, one more example and another professional game example. Um, and then we'll go on to our own games, the games that I was sent, and looks good. We're only 40 minutes in, and we're covering this. By the way, this was a like a 2 hour lecture at the US Go Congress, so we're making very, very good time. And hold on one second. Let me make sure the sharing is good. Sharing is changed a little bit, but okay. So this game, this is like my a proud game that I played. I am playing white, and in this game it was okay. So black. Yeah, we'll just run through. This is the last round of a local Go tournament. I am playing white here, and this is also a very insightful one here. And remember, the 80% rule comes into play a lot in this game. So white is doing 5 points better than black in this board. Uh, but of course, the players don't know this, and we have no idea. It starts to go wrong a little bit for white here. White is expecting this shape where white has some ice space here. In the game, Black was able to make another peep before connecting back. And this kind of peep is something that I noticed in some of your games that we're going to see later on today. Um, Being able to find these moves and play them and take a little bit of advantage can help a lot in the fighting to come. So the only difference here is white is not able to make two eyes over here. And in today's in the Go theory that we went over today, this would be, white no longer have any thickness, and this white group is now very, very weak, much, much weaker. So white should play accordingly. So the AI move is here, and then here just very solid connects. Of course, yes, I'll go one more space because I tell you guys to never play slow, and that efficiency is the most important thing on the board. AI move is here, of course. Um, as a pattern, I go one step farther. And this would be fine, and white plays here. This would be fine if white had that I space. Remember before with L5 being occupied by a white stone, this kind of play would be perfect and making the right side and everything. The only problem is white does not have the I space in the middle. So here's another implication. Ice space makes your group very strong, makes your thickness very thick. And without ice space, you run into a lot of dangers. So in the game, this part was white getting into a lot of trouble. And barely white was really trying hard to both keep the right-hand side territory and to save the group. And good for maybe black could have done something stronger, maybe not. But anyways, at the end here, black made absolute thickness in the center. The group is very strong, made some territory on the bottom. This game is very close. Black played here and then here. This is a very reasonable reduction moves. Black is not afraid of white playing here. Again, black is sort of trying to get white to play this one, cut the opponent from his thickness. Black wants this, and remember this was one of the rules. And the reason is, it's one of the rules is if black is able to play on the outside when white plays these moves that cut black from the thickness, the 1 and 2 will not surround any territory. Why? Because it's close to the black thickness in the corner. And all the black moves on the right-hand side are much, much more valuable. That's why it's so dangerous to cut the opponent from his thickness. And of course, if you cut him in a more aggressive way like this, white himself would come under a lot of dangers as well. So that's a whole other thing. Okay, so the game here, this move S14 as a common Tetsuji as a sort of a four move, first move to sort of get black some resources on the right hand side. This move actually lost a little more than we would expect, and so here the key move moment is here. And right now, this assessment, again, it's relatively late in the game. White's left-hand side is 80% strong. It's alive. It's not like this would be like 98% strong. Um, but because black cannot run the one stone out immediately, so white is pretty strong here. And so white, just remember thickness here. The black center is thickness. And after the S14, S15 exchange, this corner now is also thickness for white because there's no more useful centers. By the way, this local Joseki, the most common continuation is this press because the press is a 2-for-1 move because it comes with a sente hane later. That's what this S14 is PEEP is giving up. By the way, so here that's the case, and if it's white to play, white plays the knight's move. Black to play, black plays this move because it's a 2-for-1 move. The press very tight. When white plays a looser knight's move. Okay. Anyways, this is a moment. So the next move is very simple for the beginners, for 10 Qs and below. It's very simple. And we're like, yes, dig in and destroy the last ice space. Yes. But now that you guys are reaching Dan level or at least some of you are one dan and above, are dan level and above now. This move is now very, it feels very it's dangerous and very it makes you feel very bad because we have learned now to keep strengthening ourselves when we attack the opponent. We have learned to make more territory. We have learned, the other thing is all about sustainable development. We're always developing ourselves. So this move feels very bad because it is not developing anything for white. In addition, white has three liberties, and before this, white also had three liberties here. So it's not even making white any little bit stronger. It's a very counterintuitive move over here, but this is the AI move, and it's very good to see. So here, the next sequence is almost forced. If black Han is here, this would be black going over to the left and trying to make two eyes among the white thickness. And these exchanges would be very, very good for white. And every exchange that's made here, even this capture is making the right-hand side fight that much easier for white and harder for black. So black pushing out is very reasonable, and the next sequence is almost unavoidable. It's like, are you really going to do, like an all-out attack against the black stones? It's like, yeah, this gets you to feel very uneasy and everything. Teachers, my five dan, the Aguilar from Argentina, or the Brazilian champion told me not to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so the key moment is around here. You can see how white, 12 and 13 is close in, but the rest of the exchanges is white, forcing black to play in between the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and the white thickness on the left. So this is very actively getting this exchange where you're forcing your opponent to play more moves in between the thickness and the white moves. And this all is forced by this N17 like poking from earlier. And the key moment is here. And this is a very hard thing to read out. White can Atari and then connect, and then black will cut. And this is a very, very hard read. It's a very difficult thing to read out correct. And don't worry, this is black succeeding. There's hundreds of diagrams here. According to my reading, because I just had nothing to do at the time. I had 20 minutes, which was too much. According to my reading, I think weight was not gonna work. But the key here today with the thickness principle is that it should help you guys read less and come up with the better solutions. So because why did I have so much time? Because I wasn't reading ahead of time in the last sequence. Um, because I had this plan all along, which does not involve much reading, and that is just don't do anything, just don't attempt to stop the opponent from reaching his thickness, and don't try to cut him from the thickness. Uh, Instead, have him connect to his thickness and the job is already done. There's nothing else that we need to do. The game is already won. And at the time, I was deliberating, play here to win the game safely, 10 to 15 points. And then I said, I was already a professional player at the time, so I was like, okay, if Black lives on the right, then I don't deserve to be pro. So you go in and kill yourself. Um, and Black did die, and then the game quickly ended there. So remember, um, the important thing is you can take the thickness principle and sort of help you come up with this kind of superficially or like initially very bad moves that don't accomplish much, but have this very good quality of forcing the opponent down this path. It looks like a very long sequence of 20 moves or something, but absolutely no reading at all is needed here. All you have to do is get on the right side of the thickness and use your thickness in a very smart way. I had a lot more time and I was like, let me read this last bit out. But I had that much time because I didn't have to do this reading. Um, and I didn't pick that path anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. Um, so the thickness principle is once you get enough moves on the right side, the game is very, very easy, and you guys can come up with this kind of stuff. Feels very, very satisfying because you're not spending a lot of brain cells and stuff like that on the game. And okay, all right, all right. Lastly, we have a professional game just to make you um, okay. So this one is Ichiriki, the very famous Japanese player, the only Japanese player to be a world champion in recent history in the last 20 years. He's playing black this game. Now, this last example is meant to help you guys to make you guys feel better. You guys probably get the thickness principle right 70 to 80% of the time. If you guys are Q players, you're probably 70% of the time. If you're Dan players, it's probably 80% of the time. So it's pretty good. Just realize that you guys get this right most of the time. And even professional 9Ps, world champions in this case, get this wrong sometimes as well. So don't feel bad when you guys make mistakes to this. It's totally normal. It's very, very hard to get all the way, all right all the time. This is a moment, a crucial moment in this game. White is clearly attacking black very severely. And the move, of course, is block and then block, and white's going to play here. Here's the next move, very important. Just play a thickness Atari. This would be slightly good for white. Black had a bit of a lead. Now it's a bit of a lead for white. According to this, a very, very normal block was not played. And this is totally good according to the thickness principle. So this is going to help you guys. This will help make sense of the professional games as well as AI games, of course. So he didn't play here, he jumped, and the commentators went, what kind of a move is this? You're getting cut up in the middle totally. What? what is the meaning of this? But this was the AI move. This was the best move. Why? Because it is sacrificing one stone, and it's sacrificing one stone next to the very strong white middle wall here. And this means black is forcing white to make some territory in the middle here, on the right side of the thickness principle. What is he doing? He is dashing to the relatively weakest part of white's attacking positions, which is the corners and the sides, which is as far away from the opponent's thickness as possible. So a few exchanges were made, and at this moment, Black's next move is here. This is Black up by 5 points. Play the slide and then slide over here. Play this one while you're at it. So I'm sorry. Yeah, play this one while you are at it. Play these moves. Black is totally alive. The outside is often the sides and the corners. And in this case, the sides and the corners bring Black the most important safety or alive groups that he needs here. So in the game, Ichiriki played this move, this honey move. No doubt he's thinking about what's going to happen after the cut. He might play some exchange moves. Whatever his plans were, White seized upon this moment. He did not go after Black's weaknesses. He played according to the thickness principle. Right now, White is pretty strong in the center somewhere. What's the outside? The sides and the corners. He played the next move. I'm sure he played in seconds. Um, I'll also give you guys a few seconds to tell. Of course, a hint, it's very close to the black move, as is always the case. It's very close to the black move. The move is here. Defensive corner makes the weakest part of your attack very strong. And this is what happened in the game. And black now has no choice but to eke out a living amongst the middle white positions, which is very, 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 very strong. And white has a lot of resources here, and you can see how dangerous it is. Remember uh, the easiest capture game where my opponent had to sacrifice 2 stones, 3 stones. He didn't sacrifice, he connected. This is almost exactly like that situation. And Ichiriki got out of this, but this is the scope of today. And yes, he got out of this because he never connected this connect. He just he went for all these counterattacks, and at the end here, White instead of cutting had to play this move, and that made that made the group much harder to capture. And later he would also make another one where he doesn't connect here and you'll see how this goes at the end here. He plays this peep, and then he captures his 2 stones in order to make an eye and never play the G11 connect. This is efficiency. This is a different kinds of efficiency, more covered in my other topics. But anyways, in the end, Black would be ahead by 4 or 5 points, and he gave up a little bit in the end game. He won by half of a point at the end because he also went out over time, which was 2 points. So anyways, so here we see the power of using the thickness principle to help you guys play better to help us play better in the mid game. And most importantly, remember that professionals, like players like myself, all this, all of us, we're not perfect, and this is one of the easiest and hardest things to get right in the game. So don't feel bad, but also try to get this right. Very frequently, when you guys upload the game reviews to the AI and stuff here, um, whenever it's something that's very hard to understand from the AI, try this, and more often than not, it explains it. All right, this one I have another diagram here, invade here. Um, not too much in the game. Maybe this is a common shape where white is now able to cut black. Again, remember the exact Joseki shapes and stuff is not talked about today, but that's for you guys to train yourselves or work on. I'm here just to give you guys the thickness principle. Anyways, the game ends up very good for black here, mostly because black was able to surround the top territory, and white's thickness in the P and Q line was not used up very well. If something like this could happen, and white surrounds the top and gets black to play a lot of moves in the middle here, that would be a great use. That would be success and white using the thickness very well. The next part, knight's move might be a little faster, but no difference. This move was done very well. It's developing very quickly and everything good. So here, with this jump from white may be looking to attack black severely, but it ended up in gote. So this is an example of what's a very common thing, which is either he ignores this completely, or black plays here, and you're like very annoyed. You're like, do I block or not? If you're attacking, you basically have to block this, and then black is safe enough to Tanuki again. And okay. Let's try to find more areas of thickness play that may be helpful or not helpful. I put in a few more diagrams here. This is a common Joseki pattern. This is another one. Um, this is one where the crawling move is very important. And next move, you can pick your attacks. You can play, this tends to be a very strong next move. Okay. Um, if you guys have some more time at the end of this, please stay. I may not cover, I may not be able to cover all the games, and certainly I do plan to go over a little bit. By the way, so here the attack against the black group is very well served by playing this Hane, but that's another topic. And for black, of course, it's this one. The key thing about this extent is the jump and then the pressing move. Um, there's this, so the jump and the press often gets black another eye in the corner. And so all the safety needs that black have is served by this jump. And therefore it makes it almost always white having to block there. Okay. Um, good. Um, okay. Okay. Yeah. So here, white ends up doing an attack against the black middle. Remember, if the game is not going well, I recommend trying to devise a way of playing, a way to come back that is on the right side or in accordance to the thickness principle, or on the right side of the thickness principle, and not something where you are cutting your opponent from his thickness. And it's important now to think of the black right-hand side as thickness because it can't be threatened. So later, the dangers of cutting your opponent from the thickness and and placing a lot of stones there is apparent in this game. Now white is desperate to capture black. Feels like the kill is getting further and further away. So white plays here, black plays this one. Plays this one, although it doesn't quite matter, and the game ends. This is a danger. Try to devise a way of coming back that is with the thickness principle and not against it. Since we had three different players, I'm gonna mix it up and go to the second player. This would be a new player, just because I have a feeling we may not get to everyone at this moment, everyone tonight. We're looking at Van Briams here as white. Very good. You guys all know your Joseki, which is quite good. Um, the this is a complicated Joseki. The Joseki move is this one. Sorry, I just said you guys know all your Josekis. This is an old one. This is pre-AI, so I'm not actually sure if this one is totally, you know, right for the moment or something. But this getting this Atari is a little helpful. This is almost an equivalent shape, and white is a little bit higher up, so it's slightly better for white, this local shape. Anyways. This is exactly what we're worried about as white here. I like this very much. It's very, very efficient, so that's good. This this part is black, not following Joseki, so that's okay. So smooth. Black extends. If you play here, he's gonna play this Atari. So this is a bit. This is like getting tricked. So I'm glad to see white did not get tricked. So this move is fine. Another move would be to capture this, emphasizing the left-hand side. Um, because of the value of thickness, this capture is extremely big due to how much safety it gets both sides. So this capture is definitely more important than this Hane, and this Hane is more important than any regular move, a regular large move. Okay. If white starts attacking black, the most important thing is to capture this and then attack black somehow. Yes, so these two stones are not as important as this one stone here. Um, Ah, okay, capture now. Okay, good, good. So white captures now. Yes, this extent is not as important as this one here. Remember that white is super strong on the bottom here. This is already 100% safe. So anytime you're going from it's 98% thick. Anytime you're going from 98% to 100% is not that much worthwhile. Think of the three pillars of value, the territory value, which is relatively easy to estimate, the thickness value, which is your safety value, and then your influence value. So um, thickness value or safety value is really small to play with this move. That's why this move will not be an AI recommendation. But in other times, this would be the best move as long as white sort of needs this safety. As long as white needs the safety that comes with that extend, that would be very important to play. But right now, white does not need it. That makes the extend that much smaller. Same thing with this jump here. So I will recommend, again, it's digging into the left-hand side. Remember, you want your opponent to play in the middle here. Play this turn. It looks small, but you want it. Like play these, play this jump. You want your opponent to play as many like of these middle jumps as possible because they're close to white's thick bottom position, and the black stones will never surround any territory as a result. They may even die because white, is very thick here, and then play on the top. Be careful a little, play here. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, okay, yeah. Um, Only modification, peep over here and then play the honey move. This way you can cut and this way you can push up and may be able to capture black. Slight differences. Okay. So likewise, I guess this move is Sente, so that's okay. Okay, that's okay. This move is a perfect looking, fine move. But remember today, if we think of white's left-hand side as thickness, adding a move here is not as valuable. Instead, this endgame is valuable, invading on the top, playing this move. These are all relatively valuable things to do. Okay. Um, Yes, this is great. So right now we have entered the realm of endgame. Even though it's so early in the game, yeah, as long as all the groups are very safe, um, w- we are now in the end game, or we're in the points matter above everything game. It's here. Try to get something here. In the game, white starts surrounding the middle, and territory-wise, the middle is the smallest territory. Even though the top black is only second and third lines, it's going to be way more than white's middle here. Remember how the AI really wanted me to go descend at the 2-3 point instead of making a hane at the head of two stones. Um, this is that kind of spot. Okay. Um, Here, another way to try to get to the right side of the thickness principle, something like this. If he cuts, you know, try, you may not succeed in doing this. For example, black may be able to Atari. Um, okay, okay. Um, Likewise, these jumps by black is not as big either, and okay, at this moment, uh, yeah, it's a hard one. This is no longer like white has clear thickness here. If white is alive in in the corner there, play this and try to play on the outside. Remember, black's bottom is also very strong. Allow black to cut and because if you are strong, you are gonna survive. And if you're gonna survive, you don't mind your opponent cutting, and then play this kind of attachment to and this kind of thing to surround a very big center territory. That's a good idea. You still have to make sure this works and you survive. So, um, so in the game, we got bullied here very severely. Um, okay. Ah, and the game, the record ended here. Okay, you don't know who won, but looks pretty even. Okay, okay. Let's go on to the next. Yes, reshare this one. Um, okay, rematch is what we're looking for here. Again, remember we're looking very nice opening so far. A greedy black move. Okay. Ah, nice, nice. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Very good, very sound Joseki's. At this moment, you direction-wise, you may want to switch that up a little, but it's not that important. So it's here, and then ladder doesn't work. It's here. So Hane, it's this one, and this is a famous one where it looks like black is getting a good result, but the Aji here makes this not good for black. And if it's like black is okay here with one more move, it's not as good as black is, yeah, as usual. Um, okay, a
Doesn't
very
work, right?
fast play. It's okay. I was gonna say,
Mhm.
well, rematch is the Rye match is the best, strongest one out of all of us. But that still may be
Hmm.
true. But clearly a very fast game, so that's okay. That's okay. I do that all the time. But the next part, this move now we can modify this very much according to today. This is very close to the black thickness, so there's not a great chance of black playing these moves, which would be black putting his stones in between the white's moves and the black thickness. This would be terrifically good for white, as you guys already know. The thing about placing the stone here is that it's hard for black to give that to you. It's much easier, and you sort of force black to play these kinds of invasions, and also you leave out the cutting points later
Mm,
as well.
interesting.
So a slightly different one. Here you'll prefer to do if you're playing on the top play here, make it good enough for black to sort of take you up on the offer to play his moves in between your move and the thickness. Play here, and then you'll do all the like big headbutts, play this Hane too, and then play here. Allow him to do this too. All this is minimizing his value of his thickness because and then you make your territory here. He's gonna cut, and you'll play these moves, give up your two stones around your opponent's thickness, and pretty quickly you'll start winning the game, even though it doesn't look that good for white on the top left, right? Looks like you're giving up a lot, but trust me, you're winning. Okay, okay. So this is exactly what happened in the game, and here, yes, yes. So this is gonna expose some weaknesses to black inside white, and these peeps are now gonna be pretty pretty good. You see white making a lot of moves that are not going to surround any territory. So here makes the deal sweet for black. So you play here, you're like, maybe you can even capture one of my stones. You can do this. Oh wow, good job, black. I can't do anything good here. Play another capture, and then he plays another capture. You'll invade here. That pretty soon you'll be ahead. So here black makes the same mistake. That's why this is a recommended move. Forces black to play in between. In the game, he forces white to play on the outside of this push and the black move, and it's gonna lose a lot. Trust me, according to AI, this is gonna lose at least 6 points according to AI. White jumps perfect. Good, good, good. So now another chance to sort of play this one. Surround your territory on the right. I don't think you're too afraid of the cut yet. Okay. Good, good, good. Hmm. Um, yeah, this is going to be okay. I will recommend some more attachment kind of plays here. Okay, attach, hmm, push. Okay, so push has that inside outside thing, but that's okay. White ends up from here. One more move here, and maybe that'll help a little in the end. Um, I see. So this is what you guys have learned as a very strong way to attack the opponent. Um, I'll give you guys one more way to attack, which is a little better. So instead of this pressing kind of attack, remember white played these presses, gave up some corner territory ahead of time. Try to play cross-cutting attacks. Play these. Um, try to have the game super complicated. Try to play this and have black, punish you somehow, like this kind of stuff, um, this kind of fight, because in this kind of fight, um, if the opponent, I'm just giving you guys an example of how the fighting might go. Let's just say black ends up capturing these, the white ends up making these Ataris. These crosscuts are what will more likely give you these super thick walls that help you. Exactly how to achieve this is up to you guys, is what I recommend. So that would be more effective than this. This is you losing territory ahead of time. This puts more pressure on white to attack and gain something, while the cross-cutting, let's just say black gives us a chance to do the cross-cut like this. This kind of thing, often not only are you not giving up territory, you're like gaining territory while you're fighting. And so black is probably not going to be able to do something like this. He's going to have to run and stuff. Okay, okay. That's a
Hmm.
whole other topic. That's a whole other topic. Um, this is something that that was missed in this game. This is a slap Atari. It has no downsides because it's on the outside of what's gonna be a very thick and unworthwhile location. So adding a black move here doesn't matter at all. It might matter at this point, but it's later on you'll want this exchange. After black connects, you'll want this exchange more than you don't. It's a slap Atari because your opponent is getting slapped around. He can't fight back, and he has to take it. When you can slap someone, always slap someone. Okay. This game is going pretty well for white. The top was, and this cut might come into play a little bit later, but um, so far it's going okay. Oh, um, oh no, the cut did come into play. Great.
Yeah.
So this one, yeah, yeah, no worries here. Yeah, it's all good, all good. Okay. I remember how the beginning of the fight, again, the thickness principle helps a lot in the beginning of the fight, in this kind of um, beginning of the fight. Again, it has but at the same time, it is very, very good to put into effect late in the match, where late in the match, right? Late in the game, it's very, very effective, as we saw. Um, Again, as most Go theory goes, you can see the effects of it in the opening stages, but they will likely hold throughout the game. They're gonna hold throughout the game, and in the middle and later part of the game, they become really decisive. So it's very important to get those parts of the game right. Zentry, we're watching this from Black's perspective. Generally pretty good. Um, this is a good attack. The white group on the right-hand side looks very, very strong because it's like a 6 stone wall, but because it does not have any ice space, it can be threatened, and it can be threatened. And so all your stuff here is going to be Sente. Let's see if Oh, right, right. This is a game. Okay, so okay, this game, and because you can threaten white, you're forcing white to play this jump, and then this jump, which is not making any territory. So you're making white, you're decreasing white's efficiency, and you're increasing your own. By the way, here, this is a perfect example. This is much better than the last example. This is a perfect example of the slap Atari. You're making white into a inefficient empty triangle. Even if you play the same move, you want this exchange, but you probably don't want the same move as a game now. You want to play this, and you're gonna get ready to start surrounding this white group. Just push it into your thickness on the top. When white peeps, this is like your opportunity to like get to the outside, let him cut, and then play something. Um, this way, white is in a lot of danger, even if you connect, even if you protect this. So this would be a way for black to speed up his play. Slap Atari, a great example. It speeds up your game and slows down the opponent's game. But okay, um, thickness, good, good. So now this is an attack, extend back. This is one of the key points. And this one, um, black could have gotten this extension, even if you decide to connect back, it's still about the same. White will have much less ice space. So this peep is another example of um, just remember the slap Atari at 06 was very clear, like clearly do. This one, you can clearly see that you want to do this afterwards, but it's hard to find the key points ahead of time. Again, okay, this is outside the scope of today's thickness principle, but okay. Okay. Um, Good, good. So here we're going for the white group here. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't Atari now. This is a oh, okay. Great, great. So this game we saw a clear example of why we want to make the slap Atari. If we got this exchange, white is not alive. When we play the Atari in the game, it's too late, and then white is able to survive this way. One more thing. So remember that the thickness happens whenever a group is very safe. And this includes the middle group. White is super weak, and upon making two eyes now, white is super safe, 100% safe. That makes this move, which is very close to a alive group, which is very close to thickness. You're happy if white connects, but it's hard to, your opponent is not going to allow you to get to the outside with this move. White is going to play somewhere else as he did in the game. So right now, a more valuable move would be the territory moves, the territory moves, the surrounding territory here, and allowing white to push through a little bit here. This end game, this kind of thing. All that makes this game move not as big because one, black is all alive. Two, white is all alive. This is thickness. This is very close to the thickness. This is a very good break for white. White needs to play here um, to not give up this sente. Upon getting this sente, black has captured white. So very good job to use. Um, very nice, very nice. Great, great. Um, a little iffy, but nothing we can't deal with. I hope. Um, Good. Oh, nice, nice. Very nice Tetsuji here. Great. A win. Good, good, good. Great, great, great. Great. Okay, okay. Remember that slap Ataris, we don't want to miss those. Slap Ataris are clear do Ataris, good exchanges that you want to do and you don't want to leave. And in that game, we saw a great example of leaving the slap Atari so that when we ended up Atariing, it was too late. Very good Josekis. Very, very nice. Um, correct, correct. Jump is totally correct. You'll probably want to jump without the push, but the push would lose half a point. Um, okay, the move is here. Okay, good. Cut. Cut on the outside. Here, I'll give you guys one. Um, Extend is a good way to really get at black, but right now you probably don't want to go all the way like this. There's some aji inside in the corner. This might be good enough for white, but this is also good enough for white. Okay. Okay, very good, very good. Defend and then continue the game. This is perfect. So this is the perfect attack. You're pincering against a, wait a minute. Okay, so this black move, um, we are white, so this black move is bad. According to the thickness principle, it doesn't give white a chance to play in between this move and the white thickness. I guess if white Hane and connects, black is happy. This would be white playing in between. Instead, of course, black wants to play here, have white play this move, and then play here, have white play this move. This would be playing in according to the thickness disposition in the game or playing according to the thickness principle here. So good, good. Bad by black, good for white. This is a perfect one. You're forcing black to make moves close to the white thickness. Here, if you went for this, this is usually a bad peep, but in this case, we're playing outside, black is playing in between, and if you just play these moves, that would be perfect. That would be fine. Hane once and then extend, totally fine. Okay, so here white runs a big risk of playing too many moves that are developing from the super strong strengths. Um, you can double Hane, and attempt black to capture the inside stone here and then jump to the outside. This would be a great idea. This is using thickness well, and you get into the more valuable outside. Another thing is, okay, so here, right, so clearly don't connect this one. play on the outside, play down here, play on the left-hand side. These are all good moves. So connect, so thickness principle can help us play more efficiently to save us from playing like G14 and or when the AI gives us a very bad mark for that G14 connect, we understand why, because it's redundant, it's not that important, it's thickness, um, it's not, it's intentionally getting onto the wrong side of the thickness. Good, good. So if black wants to allow white to live, it's a connect, and this is also alive. So but perfect, done perfectly. Very good. Extend, extend. This is going well for white now. Mm, So just like the slap Ataris, this is um, a clear do, a clear play, and this would destroy one of the black ice spaces. And again, because white is so strong in the corner, there's no danger there. This is an unnecessary move there. Um, um, yeah. This is probably sufficient, and then you can go and attack from the outside. Okay. Black needs to ladder this one stone. Okay. Peep. Okay, extend. Let's see if white was. Yes, yes, yes. White was able to get this kill. So great job, great job. Uh, okay. I'm sure. I'm sure at this point, White, yes, I found one too. White is supposed to be able to kill, good enough job, but this part, almost unfortunate, and okay. All right. We'll look at one more game. So everyone who submitted games will have two of their games reviewed, and then after this last one, again very short, we're gonna open it up for you guys to question. And okay. Just because we have such great game materials, and so this is great. Uh, Great. So the Joseki is here. Hane, sorry, yeah, double Hane, and then this Joseki needs this ladder to work for white. This is also Joseki, by the way. Um, it's this jump, and black would like to play so much that this stuff become not Sente, but it's hard because you can see just how many liberties white has. Um, um, you know, sorry, yeah. So black really needs a lot of second line moves. Very complicated Joseki. I don't fault either of you for not getting this one correct. This one is so capturing clean is usually better. For black here, it's the push is a absolutely must play move, even if you go back. So for white, this turn. Okay. This turn is a good example of the 2-for-1 move. This capture is Sente 2 because of this push, Atari and turn to capture the corner. Okay, so if white pushes, black has to capture this, and then this is not dead anymore. Okay, small details. Looks okay for both sides actually. This Joseki, as long as white gets that turn, it's very good. So here. Black has thickness in the corner, so the attacking direction is outside or defend here. And the good part about this kind of extension attack is if white eventually ends up trying to survive over here on the inside, um, this would be very inefficient, very low amount of points, and so on. So black played this move. This is going to give up Sente in the middle for black, and white is now moving on to the outside. Very nice knight move. And so this is going to be white getting a little bit better, but still black can right this, makes this right, play on the outside. This move is small because of there's no safety value. It's not making any black stones safe. Okay, good. C7 was a very, very good move. Great. So same idea. No, black's corner is very strong. This in this moment, um, this is like the opposite of the thickness principle. Recommendation, even though the extension is what's commonly known as a great way to settle a group, right now because white has that second line move, it's very hard for black to settle. In fact, even if you play a very conservative self-strengthening move here, you'll see that black has a very hard time making a very good area. So that's recommended in the game when white pincers here. Basically, it looks like a super strong attack, but because the middle white stones are a little bit weak, and yeah, white realizes because the middle is a little weak, black is gonna, because see, these moves are played because white does not have thickness. If white has thickness, the moves would be like this, and this. Um, in fact, maybe white should do this. Um, White is worried about the group, so at the end here, black was able to live very, very comfortably here. Just Atari, and black is already alive. Black can play these moves and so on. Um, okay, good, good. That's another topic. Okay, good, good. Okay, pretty good. Uh, um, I think. I think making sure that you guys always get to the right side of the thickness is going to help one, play stronger, play better, and two, when you guys are self-reviewing your games, always put your moves to the test, to the thickness principle test. Whenever you guys find that the AI gives a big down mark, like a -5 points or something like that, it's always try to use this to explain, because using the thickness principle to explain your mistakes and understanding where you could play better. One, it's a very good way to figure out what happened or figure out why something happened. Two, because the thickness principle is so easy, this one, put your stones outside because it's more efficient. The further away and more unoccupied the board is, it's very easy for you to be able to come up with this with the right idea before making the mistakes. And then that way you'll get much stronger as a result. And so I highly recommend this to help aid you guys in your efforts to improve or climb the ladder. It helps to understand the AI, helps understand how world champions play the game. And this is also how I play, so I know this well, and I'm giving you guys my secrets here. Okay. This is probably the most important insight. Split up thickness and influence. Attack and play a lot around the thickness because you can attack it, but not around the thickness. Okay, guys, I'm all done here. I'll stay as long as you guys have questions. I know that you guys are in Brazil. We're very, very far away, and I don't get to talk to you guys much at all. Today, I did all the talking, but I'll stay as long as you guys have anything to talk about. Feel free to chat and comment and things. Halcyo, are you here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Good, good. Time for
Okay,
you to
okay.
take back over and uh, good luck to Brazil national go team.
For me, it
Yeah.
was very good choice of topic.
mm,
I think it's something that we very often get wrong.
mm, mhm,
Really added
mm,
knowledge.
mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm,
You gave some very interesting and very clear examples. For me, it
mm,
was really great. Uh,
mm.
Especially that when the corner is the outside of the thickness. That
Yes, 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 yes.
uh, really, really, really interesting. Like I have some intuition, but I didn't uh, have the concept.
hmm good,
So
good, good.
so
Yeah, yeah.
really, really good for me. And also the idea of not uh, do not cut opponent from his own thickness. I think
Yes.
I
Mm.
do very, very often in my Fox games.
We saw one in the we briefly saw six games and we saw one in one of the games at least. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good.
yeah. That really it's really interesting for me. And
Mhm.
I think we will have more of these sections uh,
Ah, yes.
to add more knowledge and more topics and some more games reviews. Uh,
Mhm, mhm.
I think everyone uh, learned a lot. Uh, if someone
Ah,
Yes,
wants to speak a little bit or comment, Elias.
it was very interesting. I really liked it.
thanks. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I have a
Uh,
question because I,
yeah.
I heard once, yeah, that studying life and death is always important, right? And would you say at my
Yes.
level, for Don Fox player, yeah,
Yeah.
would you say it depends on your weaknesses or really prioritize life and death? I don't know if it's the correct way to say. Sorry, my bad English. Okay, but we should prioritize life and death, or it depends. It's relative. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think?
Um, First, I do play a lot on Fox. I will message my Fox handle to you guys. I have a very, very specific recommendation to life and death problems. This is often spoken of as the number one way to improve in Go, and also it's the number one recommended activity for Go teachers. I um I hate doing life and death problems probably more than you guys. I this I'm gonna share this, and this is how I did my all of my life and death training. One thing to remember is if I was fortunate enough to go study in a Go dojo in Asia, I probably would have spent at least 2 to 3 hours a day doing these life and death problems. They definitely do work, but I have not, and I hate doing life and death problems. So what I have done in that regard is this is 101 Weiqi. And no, I in my day it was just like hardcover books. I do not, because I had a book and the answer was just on the back. I only spent 10 to 20 seconds trying to do a problem, and then I click the answer button. In the 101 Weiqi, it's a free site. There's a paid version, but I have a free version. Um, I just check the answer within 30 seconds, half a minute of each problem. And I just check the answer. I don't even bother to remember the answer. Um, I don't even bother to remember the answer. I just flip through these. I just flip these through as long as I can understand the answer, which is much easier than solving the question. So this is the exercise I do. What I'm looking for is so I had about 600 problems in the book. 101 Weiqi has a lot more. The free version has already like several thousand that you have. What I was looking for is shape recognition or problem recognition. The problems are all very similar. At the end of the day, I was not solving the problems. Instead, I was just being able to recall the answers. So you don't have to spend a lot of effort doing the problems to get a good effect. What you so so you don't have to work hard. You can spend 10 10 to 30 minutes. If you play if you play 5 games a week, you can take the time that you spend for one of the games, use it on these life and death problems, but use it in a way that is very efficient, where where you can do 50 or maybe 100 problems in the time it takes to do to play a whole game and do a brief review. The only way to do so many problems at once is to be very liberal and like what I'm doing now, I'm not solving the problems, I'm just clicking through the answers. You don't even have to remember it. I didn't even remember it. And very frequently the book I would only recognize the problem. Like I saw this problem before and I recognize the answer only after 4 or 5 times going through the same problem. So to not, it's okay to not remember the answers. You're doing something important, even though it feels like you have accomplished nothing when you do this exercise. We're all adults and we usually have a day job, so that's what I recommend. Certainly, you can't, if you can do 2 hours of problems a day, that'll help, of course. But I take it you guys will not, and I don't. I'm a professional player. I don't. This is what I recommend. Research, uh, answer, and then check the correct answer. If it's much easier to pick this up than to solve the problem. That's what I do. And um, yeah, and I no longer do that anymore. I don't do any life and death anymore. So, like the common problems, I am able to recognize and finish the answer very quickly. Hope this is another time-saving way for you, at least to try if uh, and it's supposed to save you time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's something different from what we
Yes.
usually,
Yeah.
yeah, that's something different. But I remember like many years ago, I used to do in this way, and that was when I learned the most.
Yeah, yeah. I
Would do wrong, and then again, try again, and see the
yeah,
answer,
yeah.
and then just go over the set again.
Yeah, yeah. The more answers you see, the more likely it is to solve the problem. Again, I would like you guys to book a plane and take off work for 1 year study at the dojos in Asia. But even I am not doing anything close to that. So, yeah, yeah. So that would not be a real recommendation. This one would be something that I believe will actually that could actually work. Okay, okay, good,
Okay,
good.
so
Mm.
any more questions?
Um,
I would like to do one.
Okay.
Uh, in a lot of my games, sometimes my instincts say play this place, and in the most of time I don't know why. I don't understand. So I try to read. I can't do further read, so I give up and play something. Then I think it's more logical. but when I
Mm,
go to review with AI, if something
mm.
is the best place, and I choose a poor place to play.
Ah, the more you think about something and you picked something worse, uh, that's where the general principles here. Today we talked about a very broad general thing. We had very specific examples, but this kind of thing will usually help. And if in the future you're like if you know the check the thickness positions on the board, and if it aligns with if your feeling aligns, then you're perfectly good. A great example in today's thing was that I really wanted to make this the crazy move, the N17 in this. Crap. Let me share. Let me share. In the poking out of the eye move was a good example. It's a move that I felt like I wanted to play, same as you. And if I did any reading, I may probably have talked myself out of it. And then if it was easy to talk myself out of this, and play something more sane. For example, this one is a normal move, and usually white's just very happy getting black to two eyes. This is only white by 2 points, and the game is white by like 10 points, and it just got even better and better for white. So these are very easy principles. You can also find these online, and if you're feeling it usually matches one of these principles. Maybe it's not this, maybe it's something else. And this is used to explain the AI. So if it agrees with the AI, these are great opportunities to improve yourself because one of the things we said was we can use these principles to read less and play better. And it sounds like you have some opportunities to do the same, which is always helpful, very, very helpful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, good. It's a good
I
thing. It's a great thing.
I have a question that might be a little bit complicated, but uh,
Mm.
up until some time ago, I used to be a very fast player and
Yes.
generally ended up in the end game with a lot of time and used to play the
Yeah.
end game generally well for our level. But
Yeah.
in the last two, three live tournaments that we played, we generally play with 30 minutes, 15 seconds Fisher.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I don't know exactly why, but I have been spending a lot of time and ended up in Yose with very little time and have
Okay.
the last few games I have played Yose pretty badly. Both
Uh,
games that you saw that were not completed, they
yes.
were about even up to until the record goes, and then I
Uh-huh.
messed it up really badly in Yose.
Okay, okay. Uh, Okay, good. Well, the so today's thing is supposed to help you save
Yes,
time in the earlier part of the game, but that's all. Later, when you are under a lot of time pressure, and you mess up a lot late in the game, that's there's no fix to it. I will mess up more if I have no time too. So one way, of course, is to have more time, and saving time is always helpful. Second part about this is the end game tends to have very good formulas, and one of those is the end game is play all the centes. I think in Brazil, your Go terms is all Japanese Go terms, right? So
yes,
play all the centes, then play the biggest
biggest
Gote
Gote.
moves.
Mhm.
So hopefully that's how you save some time. But you guys probably already know this.
Mhm.
Sometimes the sentes don't become sente until much later when there's nothing big enough. And very often the points would be like 2 point Sente or 8 points Gote. And so this would be a Gote move in the most of the game, but then when only late in the game does it become a Sente move. So there's some ordering there, but as long as you played out all your Sentes, you're probably not gonna do too bad there. But again, you have to track all the Sente moves on the board. That takes a lot of time. It's not easy. Um, it's not easy, and so don't worry. No easy fix, unfortunately. But sides and the corners, as a rule, is often good. Is often good.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Any more
Okay.
questions?
I have one,
Okay.
but it's not actually related to the topic of this lecture. So my
Your
question,
microphone is really
I can
low.
hear. I can hear. Don't worry.
you hear me now?
Just a little louder, and I can hear. Yeah, yeah,
It's okay now?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Mike, in your video about Niue Ping, you talk
Ah,
about you only have just a few books at home. You have
yes,
Ma Xiao Chuan and Niue
yes,
Ping.
yes.
What are the other books?
Yes,
I'm
yes.
curious about it.
These are the exact books I have. Let me open up a window to share. Um, uh, this is the Life and Death book that was like 600 something problems.
Mhm.
Um, this one, I'll post it all into chat. So this is one, and this is just problems. It's in 5 different pieces because I'd go to the restroom and then I was a kid, I go for like 5 minutes and I'm done. And then after I started doing the book, it's like half an hour or more and the restroom. Sorry about that. The other one is 36 stratagems. This one had PDFs, easy PDFs, and I'll
I
just
really like this book.
Google it. Yeah, 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 this one. The Nye Pin book was crap, Art of Positional Judgment.
Mm.
Where was it? Okay, yeah, yeah, it was this one. Let me think. Anyway, this one. There was one by Cho Hyung, but I don't remember that one. The other ones I haven't read much about. So so really just those. There's yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have too many books. I'm very light on the books department there. So yeah, yeah, yeah. We got a couple, so that should be okay. Mm. Uh, yeah, yeah. A Joseki dictionary may um, but it was an old Joseki dictionary that's not AI related at all. And now I just use the AI as a Joseki dictionary. So um, none of those books matter anymore. Um, okay, good, 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 good.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, feel free to send me a message on Fox, and I play on Fox all the time. And yeah, add me as a friend. I'll add you guys as friends. Good luck. Beat maybe Argentina, right? Beat Argentina, and maybe Mexico. Mexico might be tough.
Uh,
Any last? Yeah.
I have one question too,
okay.
if
Yeah.
else you will have.
No,
I
no,
would like
please.
to okay. I would like to understand what you mean with try to understand AI. What do you mean with
Ah.
understanding
Ah.
AI?
Try to understand AI. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is all about this example in here. Um, one of the this game that we saw. Yeah. The AI works. The AI is a Go master, and it often obeys some relatively easy game rules, like the thickness principle. In this game that we saw, where the middle is a super strong, clear thickness, beforehand it wanted white to extend here at B17. Um, and I played where you guys would have played, and I was like, there's no way I was gonna play the B17 extend move. Now I say, well, with the thickness principle, this is really helping me get to the outside, get to the sides and the corners. Yes, I can play this. Yeah. And so this is me sort of making my peace with the AI. Um, definitely don't fight the AI and think things like the AI reads a million variations and I can't do that, so the AI is useless to me. That kind of thinking is not helpful. And usually speaking, the AI is a lot easier to understand than we think. And with like this thing, for example, just a way to understand the efficiency aspect. Um, these are like, of course, these are like fundamental Go like game um, rules or game features. So that's what I mean. Try not to
Okay.
say, yeah. Try not to say AI thinks white is 5 points better, but I just can't. I don't think so. That sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
Just to check if to give
Yeah.
you trust in your thoughts. If you think that something
Mhm.
works, use AI to
Mhm.
check if it really works and trust in AI, something like that, right?
Yeah. And make it your own. Yeah. It'll give you good moves, and then you can try to make the moves your own. And yeah. So you can you saw several ways that I tried to come up with very AI supported moves. So yeah. So and
Right.
hopefully
Thank
not
you.
with some very fancy logic or hard deep reading, just easy stuff. And yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta go. Good night for you. Okay, appreciate the class.
Take care, guys. Yeah. Oh,
Meet you.
yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. See
Bye
ya. Yeah.
bye.
See you guys. We're probably good too. Here. Um,
Yes. Thank you very much. We we will hope we will have more of these sections in
oh,
future.
great. Uh, yeah. If you guys like this is great. It's very efficient for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yes. Just we'll keep in touch with email, and if you guys
Okay.
like this
Mm.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
The,
Good.
uh, these three players will be playing next week against
Mm.
Colombia.
Okay.
Our league is quite we have like five teams of
Uh,
about same level, that but some teams have some players that are one or two stones stronger than us.
mm.
We also have players that are stronger than us in our team.
Aha. Good. Yeah,
But
I know it's hard to get everyone to talk
yeah. But
to together. Yeah.
this year we
Mm.
are make an investment to make the whole team stronger.
Mm.
So we are
Mhm.
not put a lot of focus in winning the match, but we are
Mm.
focused in learning from the match, and this
Mm.
is part of. So thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Elcio. Yeah. Next time, I if this is the only time, I definitely wanted to make sure that I stayed as long as you guys would like to discuss and chat and everything. Next time it'll probably be closer to the originally scheduled time. And I understand you guys, it's hard to get everyone together for an extended amount of time, in the Go Club and everything. Good luck, and we'll keep emailing each other about this stuff. And this is good.
Okay.
Thank you very much once more.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks.
you very much.
Thanks. We'll keep in touch in
Thank you.
email.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.